All right, folks. This morning, I'm going to go and do a little drought update video. I'm going to go down to the other farm where the cattle are right now, and I just want everybody to, if you want, just follow along, and we'll check it out. We'll go down and see Danny Boy. We'll see the cows, and we'll feed the cows, and we'll see how the drought's doing since we got a little bit of rain. All right, thanks. Well, left in one pickup and to go out here to the farm, and when you know it, the brake's locked up. I'm actually pulling a trailer right now because I had to take that truck to get the brakes unlocked because they were at a shop and apparently the shop didn't get it fixed. So I'm not going to mention who the shop was or anything like that, but they said they will absolutely make it right, and I believe that they will. So I am just tickled that they will make that right for me. But anyway, now I'm driving the bigger truck, and we're going out here to the farm. We're going to check on the cattle, and we're going to do a little drought update, see what has happened since we got like a 3.5-inch rain out here. I created a small pond, I cleaned out another pond, and I'm getting ready to start 2 more ponds. I believe the small pond has some water in it. The pond that I cleaned out is a little bit better than it was as far as water in it, but there wasn't enough rain to really, there was no runoff, let's just put it that way. It was just rain, hit the ground, soaked in. Whatever's in the pond is just what fell on that area. So that's where we're at on that, but we will see that when we get out there. And we'll see Danny Boy, we'll see the rest of the cows, check on the Mean Girls Club, and we'll just have a little update out there. I may even well, I got to feed the cows, so yeah. I'll be using something to feed the cows you may not have seen used too often to feed cattle. Let's just leave it at that, but I'll video it. So anyway, I will talk to you when I get out there. Alright, we have made it out here to the farm now, so we're gonna check on the cows and feed them and do a little drought update. We're gonna see what's happened since we got a little bit of rain. So anyway, let me turn this around, because I can hear everybody hollering. So see a little green out there. But I can sure hear some hollering. Here's the little Mean Girls Club. They're out here. And then there's all the big cows up there standing around. Here's the Mean Girls. Hey girls. They're going, you gonna feed us? Let me get the wheeler out. We'll start from there. All right, let's go out here and take care of these animals. They're all doing some bellering. So I'm gonna put this right here on the front of the four-wheeler. Let's go out here and check them out. Hey Danny, how are you? Ah, come on now, Patty. All looking good. All right, they're thinking, man, I'd like to have something to eat. They got the liquid feed. They've already eaten their hay bale that I had out for them. So always a lot of bellering. And these guys over here still got plenty of hay. So we will go in here. We'll go in here and we'll feed these cows right here. And whenever we feed them, then we'll get them out another bale. Let me grab this. A little bit difficult to do. And feed these cows. Come on now. One-handed gate stuff. Get back. Get back. All right. Come on, girls. Hey, Gordon, what are you doing laying there? Come on. Come on, girls. All right. Yeah, y'all pretty much done that bale in, didn't you? right. Let's get a bale of hay out here. Oh, wire loose. Pull this back. When them cows get done. Let's go over here and start up the old hay getter. Get all the hay string hanging off this thing. All right. Who doesn't like a good old startup video on a bulldozer? Okay. Which way you move, a hay bale. Make sure nobody knocks this camera over. You're getting after that hay. You're getting after that hay. This string. Coming apart. Ain't chill, girl. Remain chill. Alright, let's put this hay ring over y'all. Yeah, girl. Here it comes. Yeah, tap, tap. Get back. All right. Like that hay. When you're trying to self-film, it's pretty tough sometimes. But there's Danny boy, looking masculine as always. And here's his little harem. There's little Gordon there. He's getting right in the mix. And of course the hay wagon right now. If you'll remember in the little drought video, hey Danny, if you'll remember in the last drought video, this right here, this was just a little water hole that I had dug that actually didn't have any water in it. So we got 3.5, a little over 3.5 inches, and it put quite a bit in here. So they are using it. You can tell, I mean, look, they've just wallered these banks all to heck, coming down here getting a drink out of it. So it's serving its purpose. It's giving them a little water so they don't have to walk all the way over to the other pond. And I know the sun's probably going to get me and everything, but this is an update from the drought. Still not a lot of green up in this area. The cows like to stay over here because it's pretty close to the hay, pretty close to where pretty close to where I feed them and everything like that. Plus they got their liquid feed up there that they like to chew around on. So they kind of hang out here a lot. And but this is just part of it. Those woods right there I'm gonna get real mean with on the dozer this winter. So they don't know what to think about me talking out here. They're like, what, who's he talking to? So anyway, I'll go over here and put the dozer up, and then I'm going to feed the Mean Girls Club, and I'll show y'all the rest of the way around. So put this away for right now. All right, let's move on. Put the old rain cap back on. All right, let's go. So the way I have it figured, I could feed 17 bale a month for 6 months out of this hay. So we've got plenty to last us this winter. And these cattle, they go through a bale. They go through a bale every 3 days. And those over there go through a bale about every 5 days. Now it's pretty warm right now, so they're not, you know, there's not a whole lot of you know, stressor on them right now because it's in the 70s today. But whenever it gets cold, they'll eat a whole lot more. So I'll probably be feeding up toward probably 15 bale. I'll probably be feeding 1 bale every 2 days to these cattle out here. And those, what we call the Mean Girls Club, they'll probably be getting a bale every week at that point. So that'll, of course, they're getting a lot of green in their field. Their field has got a lot of wheat, it's got a lot of ryegrass planted out there where I did a lot of dozer work. All this was trees. Everything you see out there was trees. 24. So that was all trees, and I dozed that all out, and I have replanted it. So let's go over here and get these Mean Girls something to eat, and then we'll go take a little tour again and see what the drought looks like. Let's go get them a bale. Again, I'm gonna put this on the front of the four-wheeler. The rifle on here, on this machine that I'm riding right here, that's for, we have coyotes. They're they're hard on calves. Get a bale here. Or not a bale, a bag. Get a bag. Go over here and feed the mean girls. Hey, mean girls, you ready to eat? £6, and you guys will go through it in a few minutes. Look at them go. These cows are really spoiled. Whenever they see me coming, they can hardly wait for me to get here. But they're pretty spoiled. I mean, you can see they're fat. They're in good shape. And this is going to be our next generation of cattle. Or these are going to be our next generation of mama cows right here. So I'm excited about them. They're really good calves. So let's go for a ride. Not used to actually having two cameras working, so let's see if I can do this. I don't know that I can. I got one in the front, got one beside, so let's go for a ride. That might be a little better. I think the cows will stay over on that bale. All right, let's go for a ride. That's some woods I grew up deer hunting in whenever I was a kid. There's approximately, there's probably 6 acres of woods right there or so. We very rarely hunt in there anymore. It's just, well, we've got so many other places to go, so we don't hunt here a whole lot. Doesn't mean we won't in the future, but I am going to be clearing some of that out for cattle grazing. So got to. So let's move on. This is where I was working on the pond. It's gotten a little bigger than it was. It doesn't have much runoff in it, but it did get some water in it, a 3.5 inch rain. So let me see if I can show you that. So there is the pond at this point. So it has gotten a little bigger. I was working over there real close to that pole on the other side there, and you can see right down here where I was cutting in this corner right here, and it's up in there now. So I can't even get down in that now because it's too muddy down there now to work. So it is what it is if it keeps raining. But this is a lot better than this pond has ever been in the 57 years that I've been alive. And I don't know how many years old this pond is, but it's at least my age, probably quite a bit older. So anyway, let's continue on here. This area that I've been riding through that you've been seeing off to my right there, that is all going to be cleared out. That's to make this, there's a 5-acre piece right here, and that will open up that entire 5 acres. There's probably acre and a half, 2 acres of woods in here, and I'm taking all of that down, besides just a few big trees for cow shade. This is going to be one of the small pastures, and I think it'll help us quite a bit. We'll have on this property we will have 3 small pastures. We'll have 2 10s and a 5, and then on the other property, on the other Gillum farm, there's 90 acres up there. It's almost all wooded, and I'm going to be working on clearing that out. So that's going to be some of the stuff that I'm going to be showing you guys in the future, is the clearing that I'm going to be doing on these properties. And so just letting you know what's coming down the pike. Pause this for a minute. All right, just gonna look at this little area right here, and it's gonna be another new pond. I'm gonna build it with my dozer. I've already cleared all the trees out. May have to take just a couple more, like maybe these 2 trees right here, and the tree right there. So, and I may end up having to take the tree right over across the way right there, out right there. So I'm creating a new pond right here, because this is where all the water comes down it flows right down through here. This is a low spot, comes right down in this area. There's a lot of clay down here. This was a big hump of rock right here that was created whenever our driveway was created. So I took out a large hump of rock and put it over there, and I'll be moving, of course, all of this and creating another pond right here. If you can see right through those trees right there, there's another pond right down there, and it's catching runoff from this same little, where the water comes down through this deal. And I'm going to create a pond here to catch water as well, and that's the neighbor's pond over there. So I hope you can hear me for all the wind. It's pretty windy today. This area right here, this is just kind of where the water pooled up. It's not really the, the pond. This is going to be part of the pond, but that's, that's not the pond. So there's going to be a very large pond right here. When I say large, it's going to be big enough for a fish to live in, and plenty big enough for the cows to get drinks out of. So it'll be a nice pond. It'll go all the way up to probably close to where that pine tree is right there. So decent pond. I am standing right about in what would be the middle of it right now. So make a decent pond someday. Like I said, lots of clay here. It's gonna make it's really gonna work out well. All right, and the mean girls are over here eating pears now. They love pears out of our orchard. As you can see, everything that I've planted is greening up nicely. Hey girls. Hey girls. That one right there with the white face, we named her Beth. kind of, that there's got her pair carrying it around. Anyway, these are going to be our future actual cattle that we have here. Brangus cattle. All right, I planted all this in ryegrass and wheat, trying to give the cattle something to eat on after the you know, through the winter, because I dozed all this. All this is dozer work. So I've done all the dozer work here. So since I've done all the dozer work here, it's it needed something to cover to keep it from eroding away anyway. And you can see that it's really coming in nice. You can hear the neighbor's dogs barking today. He's got about 50 dogs over there, I guess, they keep for pets. They're all in kennels, so they're not free roaming around, but they're all over there. So anyway, drought update. You got a lot of winter wheat, ryegrass starting to come in. Got more rain coming tomorrow. You can see some turnips and radishes popping up. That I planted this I planted this probably 2 months ago at least, and we never got any rain. Nothing. Zero. Planted in there in the dust, got nothing. So nothing grew. So now it's starting to grow. We've got about another 10 days, I think, of growing weather, maybe another 9 or 10, and then it's supposed to turn cold. So hopefully this stuff pops on up some more with the rain that we got coming in tomorrow, and it does something, at least gives them something. The drought is getting busted, but the drought we were in was called an exceptional drought, and since it was an exceptional drought, that means it takes 12 to 15 inches of rain to get us back to where we should be normally. So to bring us up, you know, we've got to get a foot or a foot and a half of rain, and we have gotten 3.6 inches. They're calling for maybe an inch tomorrow. So it all helps, but we're still going to be down quite a ways on our rain. Like that, we're just trying to be a little bit self-sufficient on our meat, because as you know, everything's getting tougher. I've been told by somebody that everybody's supposed to expect less. Well, really don't want to expect less. So we're going to have higher quality, and we're going to have plenty. So have a hay field, so I'm good on that. Got a hay field, get 2 cuttings a year off of. So in the winter we'll have hay, and we'll be raising our own beef. We also raise our own chickens, our own eggs, our own garden, our own orchard, of course. And I do a lot of hunting and hope to do more fishing in the future. So hopefully we'll be able to take care of things as they come along. So anyway, that's my little drought update for right now. Thanks for following along, and if you like what you see, like and subscribe. My name's Johnny. I should have said that at the very beginning. And you and everybody have a blessed day. Thank you.